coming up Tuesday. The first college football ranking, the first 12 will be out. So let's talk it through, brothers. Who in? Who's in? Who's not? It wasn't really hard to come up with this one for real.
Are we projecting, or are we saying, all right,
that's what I was telling Jerry earlier. It depends on which way you're going. I say let's project it. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, we all can tell you who's going to be in the first one, pretty much. Looking at the way it stands right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
I think
easy.
we'll pretty much all agree on those teams. You know what I'm saying?
So what's y'all first four?
Ohio State, Indiana, Bama, Texas A&M.
All right, so I didn't project on these. I just put it kind of to where they was at, but I did project on the ones toward the bottom of the top 12.
Right.
That's right now I got Ohio State 1, I got Texas A&M 2, Indiana 3, and Alabama 4.
Yep. I'm okay. I'm okay with those 4. Well, Ohio State got to be 1. You know what I'm saying? But the other 3, if you got them mixed
around, those 4 teams are the 4 teams that's likely to play in the conference championship game of the Big Ten and the SEC. Likely, shit could change. You know what I'm saying? Because Bama still got some work to do. But if those 4 teams were to remain on the collision course for the conference title games, the Big Ten and the SEC, whoever is the winner of those 2 games would end up being in the 1 and 2 spot, and the losers of those 2 games is if everything remained the same, no losses on either team, then the loser of those 2 spots would be the 3 and the 4.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if Alabama and Ohio State were to win those 2 games, it would be Alabama and Ohio State. Texas A&M and Indiana would be in the 3 and 4 spot.
Right.
They would move.
Yeah.
Did y'all have any reserves on who you had at 4? Could anybody else have gotten into the top 4 in your opinion? Up until this point.
Who else would be in the top 4?
I'm just throwing the question.
For me, probably not. You know what I'm saying? Because who could it be? Ole Miss, Georgia.
That's why I asked, because when I was looking it up and researching it, I saw people that had Ole Miss. They had Alabama or Ole Miss, and then I saw another one that had Alabama or Georgia. But I asked, when I saw it, I was like, how? When you look at Bama's games played, I was like, how in the world can you do that?
It's about to get shaken up already because Vandy getting crushed 24-3 right now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I didn't have Vandy in my top 12.
Yeah, see, I'm not a believer either.
I had them losing.
He not have Vanderbilt in the top 12.
Because they wasn't gonna win out. They're not gonna win out. They're gonna lose to Auburn.
I didn't based on today's game. I knew they was gonna lose to Texas.
Yeah, I did too.
so I wasn't a believer.
So
all that running around, you can't throw the ball. No, sir.
So BYU in that same boat then, because BYU plays who they play today? They play a ranked team today finally. Is it Texas Tech?
Yeah. No,
yeah.
It's not Tech. No.
It's not Texas Tech. But they play a ranked game today. I can't remember who it's against.
BYU, they play. I don't know. They are. Damn, I don't see them on here in this top 25. Do they have a bye week this week?
Play this week? I didn't see them on the schedule.
No, I thought I saw that they played this week. Hold on, let me get back into it.
They play Texas.
Yeah, they ranked number 10. I think they got
Texas Tech next week.
Yeah, they got.
Oh, it's next week. Okay.
They play Texas Tech next week. Yeah. So yeah, they on a bye. You know what I'm saying? So I think for them, you probably got to put them in. Only the fact that everybody under them got losses and none of them have particularly strong resumes either. That's the problem with that 13 through 17. None of them really have a strong resume either. You know, Virginia ain't beat nobody. Cincinnati, Louisville, Texas Tech, Tennessee.
So if Vanderbilt ain't in y'all 12, who is?
I got Georgia, Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, Oregon, Notre Dame, Miami. I got BYU, but I'm putting that on reserve for either BYU or Texas Tech. I'm gonna put that slash right there. Whoever win that game, and South Florida, because they're the Group of 5 champion.
Yeah, so they gonna make it.
But yeah, y'all did some big time projecting because Georgia Tech ain't got no games on their schedule.
They
Vanderbilt
undefeated,
and Vanderbilt. Okay, Vanderbilt ain't lost but one game.
but Georgia Tech is in the ACC. If they go undefeated through the rest of the season,
they're in.
they in. If they lose in the conference championship game, they in.
But somebody got to win the conference. So
right.
I mean,
yeah, that's too much protecting.
Like I said, I got Vanderbilt out, and what I did on mine, I'm with G. I moved Texas Tech up, and I took Vanderbilt out. I'm just not a believer in Vanderbilt. We had, other than that, we had the same one: Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, BYU, Oregon, Miami.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I looked at games played up until now. I didn't project by the time I get to the end of the year and is really trying to put this tournament together. I didn't do that. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to talk about the teams that have a shot at being on this list come Tuesday.
Well,
so that's why I got
Vanderbilt off then. Hey, Vanderbilt out.
Go ahead and straighten them off.
He said, because you think they out because of today.
They done. After getting whitewashed by this Texas team, they gonna move Vanderbilt like down to 19. Vanderbilt is done. Nice little story for the first 8 weeks or 9 weeks of the season, but they out of there. Bro.
Yeah. It was cute.
It was cute. You know what I'm saying? They out of there. It was cute, but they out of there.
He said, "Well, take Vanderbilt out there."
But I agree though. It's gonna be a lot of mix up between now and then because some of these teams up here, I don't think they're gonna run the table. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sure about Miami, man. Miami not that good. They could lose.
They're struggling right now with with SMU.
Right.
Y'all ain't being fair to Vanderbilt, man. They beat Missouri. They beat Missouri, LSU, and South Carolina. South Carolina was number 11 when they beat them. So y'all ain't being fair to Vanderbilt.
And lost to what? Bama. So
y'all ain't being fair, but it's all good.
If we want to look at strength of schedule and stuff, they could make an argument for still being up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but that is a part. Strength of schedule
is
part of it.
But who they gonna jump out of those 12?
Right,
because you got to have the group of 5, the group of 5 champion, and the conference champions are automatic bids.
Right.
So South Carolina,
that could be the odd man out. Tennessee,
South Carolina, LSU, and Missouri were still all thought of as good teams when Vanderbilt beat them, and they beat them. It was no question. They beat those.
I'm gonna tell you who in prime spots though. The 2 SEC teams that might run the table and not end up in the championship game because they're going to be regardless. Right.
Tennessee, one of them.
Right.
And Tennessee is one I don't agree with because I questioned that when we did the rundown.
They beat Oklahoma. If they beat Oklahoma today, they got a good shot. You know what I'm saying?
How in the world is Tennessee 14? How? That don't make no sense.
I mean, they 6-2 though.
But who did they beat? Tennessee?
The rest of the teams that was below them, man, who can you make a case for to be over them then? Tell me that.
Right. Missouri, Michigan,
US. Yep. Cincinnati. Everybody y'all mentioning.
Cincinnati.
Missouri. Who have they beat?
Like I say, the only one I'll make an argument for is Texas Tech. You know what I'm saying? Because I got them in right now.
Texas Tech ranked number 13. They're ahead of Tennessee.
So other than that,
Texas Tech ahead of Tennessee. You got Virginia, Louisville, Cincinnati, Oklahoma, Missouri, Texas, Michigan. All of them teams, they right there.
Tennessee doesn't have one win against a top 25 team.
All right. And that's something the committee will be looking at, you know what I'm saying? But right now,
not one.
All right, let's look at Virginia.
Vanderbilt won't be in there on Tuesday.
Virginia don't have a win over Virginia don't have a win over a current top 25 team.
Right.
They
Right.
beat Florida State, who has turned out to be ass.
Right. So that
Y'all,
helps
so
them
y'all
not at
got
all.
so y'all got Virginia in y'all top 12. One of y'all put Virginia in y'all top 12.
Oh, hell,
No, we ain't got Tennessee in there either.
right.
Oh, but my question wasn't about them in the top 12. My question was, how in the hell could they be ranked number 14
What I'm
with
telling you,
no
Virginia's
win?
15.
Because all the teams in that range have the same kind of resumes for real. You know what I'm saying? They the same kind
Exactly.
of
What are
team.
you talking about?
They the same
Virginia,
kind of team.
we just talked about
Cincinnati.
Virginia at 15, the team
Right.
right below them.
I bet you
They
can't
don't have none now.
again like
Top
last night. I
25 wins
bet you
either.
can't name one team that Cincinnati beat at all.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. All those teams are the same. And
We
that
got by that standard, it just proves that we got too many teams in the tournament. 12 teams in the tournament is too many.
that's absolutely what it's proven. But I like it better this way.
No, I don't think so.
You're right about your sentiment. Though it's too many damn games.
I like the 12 teams because you still you're incorporating everybody's schedule into the mix. You know what I'm saying? You got teams that playing like say right now, if we went back to the old system, it would be Indiana, Ohio State, Alabama, and Texas A&M.
But we talking about the bottom part of it. We talking about the bottom part of it because Dante and I discussed. We was like, damn, you got to go and check BYU. You got to go and check all these other teams that's at the bottom just to put in. And you putting in Georgia Tech. You got to put them in. You looking at pancake games. You looking like an easy first round victory for somebody. And I thought that's what
on Georgia Tech, man. Don't sleep on Georgia Tech. They got a good quarterback.
I'm knocked out comatose on meth on Georgia Tech.
But you high on Vandy. They basically the same team.
Yeah, I'm high on Vandy.
With Haynes King being a way better quarterback
I'm high on Vandy because they are in the SEC and they have 3 strong SEC victories against top 15 teams. I mean top 20 teams.
You ain't a top 20 team no more. South Carolina ain't been one in weeks.
Greg, at the time they played them, G. At the time they played them.
Okay.
Why in the hell are we going past what?
Do you know who Georgia Tech beat at the time they played them?
Nobody. I already looked at their schedule.
Number 12 Clemson. So we gonna do that?
That's one game. That's the only one. Now name another one. We talking about a three SEC game win team versus Georgia Tech, who beat Clemson, who everybody thinks is Clemson ain't a good team no more. So come on, man. Come on. It's too many because that 14 is right close to 12, and it shouldn't be that. We should be talking about the very best.
Who thinks South Carolina and LSU good teams?
At the time, they were ranked as a good team.
But you keep saying when they played.
Hey, like you said about Chris Gear, they just fired their coach.
To me, it's just proving that the 12 is too many. Because when you get to the bottom, you got to discuss.
We probably should have had Brian Kelly as the trash of the week.
And that's a good idea, but. And as a when you got to talk about 12 and you got to discuss whether or not you want BYU in the tournament and Georgia Tech in the tournament, no, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't have a chance to win a title. In those teams, those bottom teams, no, you ain't got a shot. And we know that, but because it's all driven by the dollar sign, you want more games, you want more money, greed makes it. And then they talk about going to 14 and 16. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna end up. I think the number is gonna end up 16. I think
that's
16.
Crazy
because these power conferences are so big. They want more teams. It's gonna end up 16. You can book that. It's gonna end up.
That's too many.
They should have been 8. It never should have been 12.
Because what it does is every year allow those top teams who we know are gonna be up there to get their money. You know what I'm saying? It's going to 16.
You couldn't do 8, Jared, because you would, and because of the way that the conferences are, you got some severely weak conferences, and you have to include the conference champions, or else you exclude them completely out of the mix.
Yeah, Because if you did 8, then the Big Ten and SEC will want guarantees at that point of 3 each, some shit like that.
I get that. So 10,
Right.
but
They
definitely
got
not
the
12.
perfect. They got the
10
sweet
would be
spot
the
at
sweet
12.
spot. 10 would be the sweet spot.
Nah, 12 is it.
Because
12 is it.
after that, all you're doing is lining the pockets of people that don't play.
12 is it. I think they've changed it to where, they reseed, you know what I'm saying, and they're not giving the conference champions the top 4 seeds. You include all the conference champions, and you include the teams that played that played great football over the course of the season with 2, maybe 3 losses, depending on the record of everyone else and the strength of record of the teams that's being considered.
You know what? I take that back. 8. 8 would give us definitely the best way to determine the best teams.
I think that's the spot that's the spot where you can make sure you have 8 good teams.
Right, because
but again,
if you go,
like I said,
you go
you would
8,
exclude,
you can take the top 2.
You would exclude some people, right?
Yeah, exclude them.
Guess what,
Just
Dante,
take the top 2 conferences.
with the ACC being as weak as it is, you probably lose an ACC representative. You definitely gonna lose a Big 12 representative. The group of 5 is definitely out of there.
Gone. I don't think you would lose the ACC and the other one because I think they would still respect those, but I think you would lose any of that power group of 5.
But depending on how the season go, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt. If don't nobody play well, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, that could definitely happen. I agree on that part.
Because then instead of trying to have 4,
as far as the number though, and having 8 really good teams play for a title,
instead of trying to have the top 4 conferences represented, forget that. Rank them. By the time you get to the end of the season, rank the conferences. Hey, the top 2. We going with the top 2 because we want nothing but the best, and you go that way.
Let me throw this in the discussion too. I think the bigger issue is for me is ranking teams before the season even starts. That to me creates a bigger issue to me because when you put somebody at 1, when you haven't even seen them play yet, I don't think any ranking should come out to about week 3 or 4.
That's a good idea.
I don't think you should start the season putting people at 1 through 10 because that gives them an advantage. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. We haven't seen any of y'all play.
Yeah, because you predetermine the top 10. You predetermine conference and everything.
Right.
You are
Wait till about week 3 or 4, then do a ranking and then start it off. So if some crazy team, Texas Tech, look better than everybody else, Texas Tech number 1. You know what I'm saying?
Gentlemen, it ain't going back. Stop it.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, we understand that. It's just what would truly give us the best.
Right, the best. Right.
And again, it just shows that we're not about trying to show the best. We're not about that. You know what I'm saying? It's a farce. We're not about that. They're about the dollars. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
The cry got too big. Well, definitely the money, but the cry got too big about it just being 4 teams, and that definitely was more of a pre-ranking situation. But you excluded too many teams, too many conferences was getting left out. It started to be a Big Ten versus SEC showcase.
Yep.
It ain't no different. Still top.
If you look at it right now, really, right?
Yeah, you still got 2 strong conferences.
But they still got to prove it though. They still got to prove it on the field.
Got to go prove it.